So I was pretty excited about the Monad launch, and it's currently held its sort of ICO price, which is positive. A lot of people are giving it a bad time, but I've seen worse launches. It hasn't been great. I mean, what were we expecting in terms of price action? Was it going to go to a dollar? It would have dumped down because people would have got forex. So from the ICO price and the private investors. So in theory, I'm not too excited about it. I don't think I'm going to be playing on the chain as yet. I am watching it. I am seeing some of the coins that are doing, launch. We saw this one last night. It's dumped off at launch. There's this one doing okay, I guess. But there are some coins flying out there. There's nothing really heavy on the on-chain activity. It is the Monad coin. For me personally, I dropped in $200. I stuck it in to a full range liquidity pool, and I'm just going to leave it there. So it's accumulating a tiny bit of fees. Maybe I'll come back in a year and then Monad will be, taken off at that time. But for now, that's all I'm going to do on chain. I'm not too excited, but I'm also not optimistic it's going to go up in price. Here's the main reason: it has only 10% circulating supply. It's by far one of the worst tokenomics I've ever seen in terms of a token launch, because 3% got airdropped, 7% actually went out to the ICO, and the rest is in the team's hands, private investors, ecosystem. I haven't seen anything from the ecosystem, so I don't know what that is. That usually means they're going to give it out to grants to them to build a DEX on, and they're going to build their own stuff. So basically, that's all the team supply. So only 10-20%, basically 10% went to the community, and that's what's circulating now. The rest is all going to come out. What happens when these unlocks? Number one, people sell. Number two, the price dilutes. So imagine you've got a token that is $1 and it's 100 million tokens. Someone mints another 100 million of those tokens, or it gets put into circulation. Regardless of people sell, the price will be halved. Now, take for example, most blockchains that launch ICO, blah blah blah, next big thing, always end up at a low price, and then you look at their price. BNB was 22 cents when it launched. It didn't have the greatest launch. Solana was about $1, I think, when it launched, $1 or $2. So I'm not 100% correct on that. But in terms of price, it always starts low. But is it going to make it, Monad? I don't think so. I think there's so many chains, there's so many layer ones. Like, have a look at the chain. We've got Ethereum, we've got Solana. Solana's, killing it at the moment. Even Cardano has some on-chain activity, believe it or not. I don't know anyone that's ever used it. There's still Sui. There's Ton as well, is probably going to have some sort of run at some point once they upgrade the chain. Asta's bringing out a layer one. Do we need another layer one? It's faster, it's more programmable. They all say the same thing. It's never, nothing's ever going to change. So for me personally, I think Monad will probably not break the $1 mark, definitely for a long time, 2 or 3 years. And have a look at it. Make comparison with like Aptos. When Aptos launched, it had its VC pump and dump. This is just another one, and then it's just slowly falling off. Polkadot's another one that done exactly the same thing. ICP, although I hold some ICP, it's just it takes years to kind of even before you even know it's going to be, come of anything, or it's just going to turn out to be a VC pump and dump. In a year's time, the unlock, when that unlock happens for the private investors, it's going to majorly dump off. So I don't think. Look at these charts; they all look pretty much the same. And they've gone through 2, 3 bull runs. It's not like they're brand new. Sui as well. We could say the same thing. So I don't look. It's just genuinely dropped off. Had a little run up. Sui's probably the only one that might actually do something in this whole game. But Monad, look, we're dropping below ICO price now, and then people start to say, okay, I'm break even. I better sell, and then you get a cascade drop down. So I genuinely think it's going to be good volume for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then unless it does something, everyone's going to forget about it. The only thing that can save Monad, believe it or not, is if they start backing meme coins. These chains do not like to back meme coins. They try to distance themselves. They're like, oh, we're more than a meme coin chain. That's what Solana's narrative at the moment. Solana was made, Ethereum was made with meme coins. Solana was made with meme coins. Everything, BNB, it's all down to meme coins. When the meme coin action comes in, BNB went to $1,300. If Vitalik started to push Ethereum meme coins, you bet that's going to $5,000 in a few months. It will be no doubt if Tolly starts to push Solana. So the only thing, if they truly understand, if they're not geeks about it and they say, oh, we're not a meme coin chain, we're built for, internet infrastructure or some rubbish like that, no one's interested. Trading is what brings in the money, brings in the TVL. So they need to push coins, and I don't think they will. I think they're just genuinely like, oh, we're a fast blockchain. No one cares. We've got Solana already. Why does anyone need Monad? I'd love to know all your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all and take care.